Just what have you found? She looks up from an area a little away from where the scripts have been left. Caught between her fingers is a small scrap of paper. It's from the notebook. St. Joseph, 3 books. She hands it to me, and I give it a close stare. In large, hood scrawl is written St. Joseph. Below that, 3 books, and finally an arrow pointing downwards. What does it mean? Well now, it doesn't look like a pizza order. What would I St. Joseph pizza? Sarah was grabbing a paper, secretly surprised at this unexpected discovery. Takasaki is also gazing at it intently. Surely this belongs to a member of a choir club. Why do you think that? Couldn't the 3 books refer to hymn music? If they were working on actual hymnals rather than just sheet music, we might be well using the term books. What about St. Joseph? I don't know, maybe it refers to the title of a hymn? Maybe it was, must have torn a page from a notebook and jotted down the fact they left 3 books with hymnals here. The choir club usually use the chapel for activities. She's trying to afford is perfectly natural, however. I don't think so. Why not? Because unfortunately the choir club, the last 2 weeks have been taken over the chapel after classes of their own rehearsals. Oh. Even some particularly enthusiastic choristers are coming here to practice at lunchtime. And one of them left that note. They've left it in one of their pews, and not one of us surely would have seen it when we came by later. But how about if we written after our practice? The wind blew it into a gap between the pew? That's a possibility, however, I'm curious about these books mentioned in the note. She passes my question back to me and I go on. If you, like you suggest, these books are hymnals, then why would I have just written that? Not like a chorister would be unfamiliar with the term. If a member of a choir club did write this, then that calls into question the number as well. Why would someone who usually handles them need to specify how many there were? I think books here refers to our scripts. That's why there are 3 of them. From the scrawled handwriting you can tell the note was written in a hurry. If it was someone used to read citations and stuff, they'd probably written scripts, but they weren't able to come up with the right term on the fly, so Huddy put it down as books. I think this note was left by whoever took the script. It was left as a challenge to us. Who would do something like that, and why? You'd have to ask them, and anyway, it's clear it has some meaning. So it indicates something from that, and if you think about it, it's kind of like a treasure map. It's telling us how to find the scripts. She regards the scrap of paper dubiously. My actual intentions are size. I'm honestly pretty fired up by this challenge. I'm going to solve this thing, confront whoever wrote the note, and knock him down a peg or 2. Can't wait. First things first, let's go look for scripts. Without waiting for the others, we'll proceed to the main school entrance. You think the scripts are hidden here? Not quite what we're looking for, but the staircase really stands out. Move my chair closer so I can inspect the stairs properly. Could you tell me what exactly you're doing? But St. Joseph in that note. I go behind the staircase and look up, but there's nothing to see. I address my Amitié partner who's gazing at me with her usual look of irritation. What do you think when you hear St. Joseph? For me, it's a flight of stairs that come to mind. St. Joseph? Flight of stairs? You mean even though he is a saint, he turned into a ghost and haunted a staircase? What? No. There's a staircase known as the miraculous stair at St. Joseph. It's a spiral staircase that curls upwards without any kind of central support. Oh, I had no idea something like that existed. You really are a book nut. Sounds unusually impressed, so I'll go on and explain it in a bit more detail. The staircase leads up to the old choir loft of the Loretto Chapel, a former convent in Santa Fe, America. America, huh? Aren't any supports left on either of the inside of the staircase or on the outside? It's still a mystery to us how to say so. And knowing that brought you here? Because these are the most impressive set of stairs in the school. Understandably why we're here. Takasaki joins in looking at the clues where whereabouts of script recall empty-handedly. There isn't even any graffiti. Can I hide a book? Wouldn't it be simplest thing to hide it with other books? Takasaki suggests we go check out the library and head along with her bear. I peruse all volumes of St. Joseph. And also look around to see if there's any paintings or statues based on his image, but... we haven't found a script or any clues as to where they might be. Oh, pain, no gain. Well, I didn't expect you to find him right away. Takasaki responds dryly, perhaps seeing through my false bravado. Can I ask a question? She stretches. What does St. Joseph do exactly? Was he a missionary or something? I find myself overcome with fatigue when I hear my Amitié partner's question. We killed this in class not long ago. St. Joseph is the Virgin Mary's husband, the legal father of Jesus Christ. Really? Because of virgin birth, I assume Mary didn't have a husband. It's true, we often see sculptures and paintings of Virgin Mary cradling a baby Jesus by herself. While he was part of a family, I suppose it's only natural that people don't know as much about St. Joseph, considering how few depictions you see of him. He's so important, yet so barely ever see him. Came to a stop, feeling something nudge at the corner of my mind. I thought through a pieces of a puzzle in my brain, convinced I must be missing something when... Isn't that enough? She murmurs something to me, lit by the light of a setting sun. Enough? Is it time to stop looking for scripts? It's 3 days until performance. It'd be hard just about a modified script, but it's still best to just copy Shirahane's version. Get on with it. No. You have no confidence in yourself. That's not it. But I'm going to keep looking for a script. Her jade eyes gaze deeply into mine, as though she's trying to see through what's going on behind them. To see my true intentions. I don't think this is really enough for you to find a culprit and exposing them. You just don't want to mess up this reputation, do you? Looks like you're starting to understand other people a little bit better. When? But the answer's still no. We need her scripts. Takasaki stands draped in scarlet as the sunset. Everything about her is just the day we first met her. Her demeanour, her irritated gaze. I don't know why you're being so stubborn about this. Always detective work, it's just idle play. No one's going to come of it, it's just typical of you. Am I killing time? No doubt about it. But you should go about it properly. I said your embarrassment would just be mine. But at this rate, it'll be more than just embarrassing for us. Think back to that day we both put forward our beliefs. And a smile like my cat-like smile. Just as I had back then. No thanks. She grimaces momentarily around and dies straining. I see. Well, I've had enough. Do what you like. Her cold gaze and her tone of voice linger with me even after her footsteps have disappeared. At dawn? During my breaks, I continued searching for anything related to St. Joseph, this time without Takasaki's help. Since I decided to keep the loss of scripts a secret, I had to make sure no one notices, but I quickly burned through more free time. Before I know it, class is over. It's depressing not to see any progress at all. To go along with drinks at day tea party, we're having chilled warabi mochi, or bracken starch dumplings. Lately, it's all been having Western style sweets. Just makes a nice change. Progress with what? Your boobs. They haven't grown at all since spring. Not even a millimetre. Same goes for you, Yaegaki-chan. You're mean. I won't give you any silver. Sorry. Apologise meekly. There's no appeal in warabi mochi unless it's got generous covering of syrup. Apology accepted. Alright, I'm gonna pour it. She begins pouring syrup all over my warabi mochi. Ask the elder Sasaki if anything comes to mind in association with St. Joseph. St. Joseph? What's that? It's like Takasaki's competition. He's more famously known as the Virgin Mary's husband. We learned about him in class, remember? We did? Look totally blank. Younger sibling responds, dusting some fallen soybean from her lap. Ichigo doesn't even remember which class he's taken. Personally, I'm more interested in St. Joseph's staircase. St. Joseph's haunting our staircase? She gives the shivering present the same explanation I've given Takasaki. I see. So you have to call it a miracle. A miracle? First means the kind of miracle a saint needs in order to be canonized. The elder Sasaki sister parrots the unfamiliar words back. The designation of sainthood, or canonization, is the highest form of reverence in Catholicism. And to receive it, you need to have been responsible for 2 miracles. People famous in Japanese history, like Francis Xavier, have been canonized too. Ichigo seems impressed, as Sister Gate grins at her. There's also a legendary for the fact these cups didn't decay. The present spray droops. Really? No one knows how it could have happened, but they say that when his arms were cut off over 5 years after his death, fresh blood gushed out. No ghost stories during my tea parties. Trumps the teapot down, bringing a conversation to an abrupt halt. I don't know how old St. Francis Xavier would feel about it being branded a ghost story. Oh, speaking of Francis Xavier. Ichigo-san. Don't worry, it's nothing scary. In my old school, there was a teacher whose nickname was Xavier. I can only imagine what it looked like. You know, recently people have been saying that sort of tufty hairstyle is actually pretty cool. Really? Anyway, speaking of nicknames, I think Kamikado Senpai is really cute now, eh? Other classmates smile wryly at my statement, but nod at long anyway. To be honest, I'm having trouble following a train of thought too. You know what? I feel like you said the same thing before. All pretty much good friends now, right? So I was wondering, is it time I got a nickname or something? My classmate seems to think this highly amusing and brings home to me that genteel young ladies who attend the school probably haven't ever used nicknames. Names that come from old-fashioned or wildly imaginative ideas. Right. Our grandmother takes these cooking classes. She calls a special chef's knife she uses Chef-chan. Oh, she gave her tools names. That's cute. Her present's eyes are sparkling. She has a special attachment to her personal teapot and cups. My other classmates are the same starry-eyed looks. Can't understand why her feelings in this matter at all. Pet names are objects, huh? So you call your bookmark Margie-chan? I don't think Hey, Yaegaki-chan. Give me a nickname. Weren't you Sasa number 1 and number 2? I stiffened as soon as I said it. She regards me restlessly. It's not one near mention of Mayuri Kosakas that frozen me, though. Nicknames and pet names. The sound of a peasant calling my name indistant in my ears. I'm led down a deep train of thought. Why is it church architecture such a mess? Central pillars, the walls, windows, and everything's covered in ornamentation. Feels very confused. Hard to get a sense of perspective. My eyes narrowed, squinting in ground chapel yet again when a noise echoes wildly through a space and sound of footsteps ringing out. Then I hear a forlorn voice in my ear, requesting my attention. What? I ask without turning around. A timid voice inquires where Yaegaki-san is. She's practicing by herself again today. Both her sister Basket and Kamikado-senpai came to ask me the same thing. Oh. Her tone is so soft it wouldn't have heard a disappointment if I hadn't been listening for it. This is no good. I can't tell exactly how big a cross is. I drag my gaze away from a chancel to turn around. Suoh Shirahane is right in front of me. I stare at it intently, relieved I can see it properly, but she's not somehow undulating. Long hair is waving black, her slim supple arms pale, the skin peeking through her collar is white and marble. I take a step or two forward, looking into her face, and a trite adjective good looking comes to mind. It's kind of beauty, though, that makes it all secret vulnerabilities in one's life just ache. I can understand why my Amitié partner is so desperate. Is something the matter? You're close with Erika Yaegaki, aren't you? Erika-san? I wouldn't say we're close, more like I've forced her to be my reading buddy. You're close enough to call her by her first name. I blush like scattered cherry blossoms spread across her cheeks. I feel gloomy for some reason. She went off giving us a wild goose chase of hers. You need to forget about the script and focus on rehearsing. We only have 2 days left. You're right. Shirahane presses her hand to her chest, although in some kind of pain. It's a gesture that somehow recalls the pure emotions of adolescence, and that betrays her acute pain. Why is she being so obstinate about it when she doesn't even want to do recitation in the first place? My words are a bitter echo to her as I fade into recesses of a chapel. She's so closed off, I turn to leave, wondering why I'm bothering with her. I'm sure she just wants recitation to be a success, given we worked on so hard together. That's what I thought too. I'm sure she wants it to be a success. Be that as it may. It's for you. For me? Yes. That she's ignoring rehearsals and persisting in this whole script business is proof of that. Probably been thinking the same thing myself, all about exposing a culprit about not wanting to fail publicly. It was all... What's this? Irritation grows as I stare at Suoh Shirahane, standing in front of me. At times like this I'd really actually appreciate not being able to see anything. I'd be touched if it was for me, but I'm sure that's not the case. Oh, why'd you say that? I think she really doesn't want to ruin this performance she's doing for all of us. Me, you, Kamikado-senpai. She repeats her point again. I'm about to argue that if that was the case, she wouldn't have any reason to obsess over scripts. Plus, I'm sure that more than anything, she just wants the performance she's doing together with her Amitié partner to go well. Words he threw back and forth the other day come to mind. No way. Everyone cherishes their amity partner. I opened my mouth to refute it, but faced with Suoh Shirahane's deep black, all-encompassing eyes, I found myself unable to say anything. Seems to be Rich is looking through me to someone else. Suppose I'm doing the same, looking to her, to Erika Yaegaki. Let's just wait a bit longer. I looked up at the chancel. My eyes are drawn to a cross, its form still distorted in my eyes. It's been a while since I last saw a live dove. Yeah, and you'll have to wait a while to watch a live dove again, if we get to see one. Because that's going to come in the next episode. Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day, and bye-bye.